welcome to FUBAR Radio. Welcome to my little new music show. I am now really delighted to be joined by two Temples. I've got Adam and Tom joining us, and we've just been discussing, first things first, waterfowl that you're a big fan of. Have you got a favourite?
Favourite waterfowl? It's a simple one. I like the Egyptian goose. It's a really beautiful looking bird. Yeah.
I'm going to guess and probably get it wrong. Is that the one that's got like a different coloured head to its neck and a different coloured eye?
Yeah, it's got a different coloured eye. Yeah, different colour. Yeah.
I know him.
Yeah, it might be that
I didn't
one.
know I
There's
knew
quite
him,
a few,
but there you go. So we're having a little chat ahead of your gig in Electric Brixton, where we're crammed into the little backstage area on a lovely summer's afternoon, even though it's not quite summer yet. How are you feeling about the gig tonight, boys?
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
The tour's been going very well so far.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's been a while since we played our own sort of tour show in England.
Yeah.
A couple of smaller London shows sort of at the end of last year. But yeah, it's good to play a proper one.
And do you have any sort of like, how do you typically prepare for a gig? You just get in early, do a sound check, chill out, or do you have any like special little procedures that you go through?
I can't think of any real like procedures. I don't know. We actually do sometimes like warm up a little bit, which is quite professional. But not
in a vocal or a physical.
In a vocal, yeah. Not physical. We don't.
You might do a stretch. You might not want to pull a hamstring.
Yeah.
I do stretch sometimes.
Do you?
Yeah, but I think that's more out of just sort of knowing the inevitability that I'm about to go on stage, or you know. But no, yeah, we sing the alphabet in 3-part harmony.
Oh, very nice.
We've just started doing that, haven't we? And the question is an answered melody. We'll do that from A to Z.
Great. See, a little interesting inside nugget for people. And now I have a little chat about the album, and then I've got a little few innocuous questions that you might not normally get asked, so I'm sure you get fed up of being asked all the same stuff. And we're also going to cover hair. I think that's a big thing for me.
Okay.
But let's have a little chat about Volcano first of all. I think it's amazing. I'm really enjoying listening to it pretty much all the time at the moment. I've got it on vinyl, but I've got it on my Spotify as well. And basically, let's start with the title. Why did you decide to call it Volcano?
It was sort of the last piece of the puzzle, really, that needed filling in. We had the songs, we had an album cover, but no album title.
Mm-hmm.
And rather than choosing something that perhaps logically would go with either of those two, it made perfect sense to choose sort of an abstract metaphor that's in a song.
It is
in the lyrics to "Oh the Saviour."
Yeah.
And yeah, hopefully brings new meaning to both the album cover and the songs by calling it Volcano.
And for like your average Joe or punter, like seeing the album artwork and stuff on tube posters before it came out, seeing it was called Volcano made me feel like, it sounds like I'm really going for it. Like I didn't know what it was about. I was like, now I'm really excited about that.
Oh, really?
Just by the title, it's like almost like a statement of intent. It felt like so.
Yeah, I think it's a very sort of striking word, isn't it? Really, yet ambiguous. So yeah.
Which also brings me. I'll come back to the album because I've got another question about that in a second. But a lot of your lyrics seem quite ambiguous. Is that something that you do purposefully, or where does your inspiration come for the words in your songs?
I think it depends on each song, but I think as an overall on Volcano, I think they're less ambiguous than the first album.
Sure.
Like there's a lot more direct lyrics that are, sort of quite obvious what they're about, really. But there still are some ambiguous lyrics knocking about.
And is that something that you kind of quite like people to make up their own minds, or because it almost seems like, looking at some of the words like written down, it almost seems like poetry, and some of the like quite archaic words that you use, and I just wondered how much of that is like purposefully, or is it just like an organic thing that happens?
I think there's maybe like a theatrical element to what we do with words, and whereas before maybe we were kind of, mood boarding, kind of big cinematic landscapes. I think now we're kind of, if there is any kind of unusual word play, it's kind of with intent to kind of make a direct point. But there isn't so much of that anymore. We kind of pushed away from that a little with Volcano.
And with Volcano, did you feel like, because the first one did so very well and you won Rough Trade Album of the Year, did you feel any extra pressure, or is it kind of something you'd already kind of pretty much worked on it, or did you just simply not really buckle or think about things like that?
I think we probably did think about it a little bit, but I don't think we only sort of put the pressure on ourselves really to make an album that sounded a lot different to Sunstructures. So we were quite aware of the pressure of not recreating the same thing twice. So, but yeah, I think we sort of dealt with it quite.
I think you've dealt with it. I mean, it sounds like you've dealt with it lovely. Do you know what I mean? And also, we touched on it just before. Oh, the Saviour.
Yeah,
is such like a great song, but it really sort of like teases you insofar as that the sort of hook bit. I'm not a technical person, as you can probably tell by this fucking interview, right? But how it kind of, you get that little catchy hook bit and you're like, oh, I can't wait for that to come back around. Then you sort of like do it a bit and then delay it, and it takes. So was that something you did purposefully, or again is that just a?
Well, that song, it modulates each verse, so it changes key. So I think that was the sort of main idea behind that song, that it did that. That little hook, do you mean at the start of the chorus? Like the little a good rendition.
Yeah.
I don't really know. I think that's only there 3 times because there's only 3 choruses really.
Fine. It just felt like just sort of, it came in a bit irregularly. It's like, oh, like you was expecting it, and then it feels like it came a bit later, and I was like,
maybe,
it's teasing us.
It's higher each time.
Yeah.
In pitch. Yeah.
All right. Cool. So, you guys are from. I'm not sure if you all are, but Kettering. You're all from Kettering, and obviously the home of Weetabix. So I feel like it's professional to ask you how you take your Weetabix, if ever.
Well, first of all,
you can
say it orally.
Fine.
Well, I think it's important, first of all, that we do take like our Weetabix all together, because some people don't.
Yeah.
Which I guess is the whole kind of premise of that question that they ask on that advert.
Yeah. I like mine. I actually haven't had it for ages, but I used to have it with hot milk.
Yeah.
And and put it in the microwave with some golden syrup, sort of like at the end.
Classic.
So
really
it's sort
good.
of like a porridge, but it's not. And that's the way I used to take Weetabix.
Some banana.
Yeah.
Perhaps sliced on top.
Of a dry bit, or the wet one.
With hot milk.
Hot milk.
Yeah. Did you know that when it rains in Kettering, the wind blows east, and because it blows east, the whole town smells of Weetabix?
I didn't know that, but it's a reason to stop off next time it's raining and I'm on the M1.
It's subtle, but it's that there's a whiff of it. I remember playing football in the tournament over right near the factory, and when it rained there, it especially smelled of Weetabix.
Are you any good?
I thought I was pretty decent. I had to give up. I had my metatarsals in my right foot fused together. And then I took up skateboarding, which wasn't a good idea, and then that hurt too much, so I picked up the guitar, and then.
Well, thank you, metatarsals. Then.
Yeah.
Now you use your metacarpals.
These
Yeah.
But those don't fuse together.
No.
So before I let you go and get ready for your gig tonight, because I'm sure you've got much better things to do than sit around talking about Weetabix with me. Yeah. But one trivial thing and then a little game that we do on the show. So first of all, everyone in the band has got amazing hair. What's the secret? Because you've all got such full-bodied hair. What products are you using? It's mine's so thin and horrible. I'd love it to be like buffy, but it just won't happen.
I don't use any at all. I've just got thick hair. Luckily.
That's incredible.
And it's I don't know. My hair's quite messy, so it's sort of all right, and it's curly, so it just sort of does what it. Tom cut like these bits off 2 days ago. And I just thought I'd go for like an implied mullet. Thing. But I'm sort of glad I didn't go full. I don't know if it really suits me. So, but that's I divulge.
And Tom, what's going on?
I don't know really. I guess it is.
You do use quite a bit of product.
I use a bit, but I think I guess it's just East Midlands genetics.
It's the Weetabix Air.
I think that would make perfect sense.
That would make perfect sense.
Although Sam's hair's quite thin, and and is growing a bit thinner.
But still thicker than most, perhaps though.
Maybe so. Yeah.
So it's the Weetabix.
I would say follicle for follicle. Out of all the bands, you've got the jump on most people. I can't think of a current band that has got such strong barnets.
Not a current band.
Yeah.
Moon Duo have got quite a lot of hair, haven't they?
Oh yeah, they have actually.
Got some hair. Yeah.
But there's only 2 of them.
Yeah.
There's people with longer
hair.
There's
3, isn't there? Now?
There 3?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's a real bone of contention with my co-host that there's now 3 of them. But they've not changed their name.
Yeah. I guess it doesn't have the Moon
Trio.
Yeah, it doesn't have the same assonance, does it? So it would have to be like Moon Trio or whatever, which doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. So quick little thing. Albeit we've only got the pair of you here. I've got a little thing called human top trumps, right? So we're going to work out who the best temple is out of the pair of you, and the others on here, so don't matter. So whoever wins this will be crowned the best temple. Just little innocuous questions. So start with you, Tom. What's your favourite sandwich?
Well, you're gluten-free, aren't you? So it's...
We're mainly thinking about fillings, I guess.
Whole grain mustard.
Oh yeah.
With anything.
Alright.
As long as it's got that in it. Which is that an answer?
That's fine.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it depends. It probably won't win.
Just
an
a
answer,
mustard sandwich.
Mustard sandwich.
I quite like like the banh mi, like the tofu Vietnamese sandwich. They're really good.
Yeah.
So,
that's 1-0 to you. Second question. When was the last time you ironed anything?
This morning I ironed these trousers. It doesn't look like it though. But I've not got a very good iron.
Stay press.
Oh yeah. Someone's staying in a hotel or's bought a stay press.
No, stay press material.
Oh, sorry. I thought you put them in a stay press.
They iron themselves.
Trouser. Yeah.
Dismantling a Corby trouser.
Which brings on to the next one. What's the best thing you've ever stolen?
I don't know if I've even ever stolen anything.
No.
You used to... I used to see you walking out of service stations with the enemy underneath your arm. But I don't know if you stole them or not. But it sort of looked like you did.
I've stole the enemy before.
Right.
Sorry, Mum and Dad.
That's all right. Well, that brings you back into the game at 2-1. I've got one final question.
It's free
now,
isn't it?
Yeah, it is free now. That's what you've done to it.
Oh, so I didn't steal it.
No, you're just an innovator.
Oh.
Which I think we'll have to say that.
No, it was when you used to have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
sorry.
No, that's
sorry,
right.
I brought that up.
It's alright. It's.
And when you was kids, what was the best birthday party you ever had?
Probably just McDonald's up at with the, what's his name, that clown.
Ronald
guy.
McDonald.
Yeah, and when you play the chair game.
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
it called?
Musical chairs.
Yeah, musical chairs and all that. Yeah.
Charlie Chalks.
Charlie Chalks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a play area and a chicken or turkey dinner.
That's right.
And Unlimited goes on the Sega Mega Drive.
Was there?
Yeah. Ours.
Really? Was it?
Yeah.
I didn't realise it was a chain. I thought there was only one in Kettering.
No, there was one in Kent where I lived as well. But, yeah.
I think we're like the only two people who know about it then. Like everyone else is going to be like, what?
Yeah, well,
Serendipity.
tough. Check it out.
Yeah.
Annoyingly, that's brought it to 2-2. So now we've got one more question.
All right.
See who's the best tempo. If you'd have said Charlie Short, we should have run away with it, and we
no.
could have got out of it. But now we've got one final question, which is, and I don't know if you've already touched on this, but what is the biggest injury that you've ever suffered? Like, have you ever broken anything?
No, that's the only thing that
The
happens to my
metatarsal
foot,
fusing,
yeah.
which put
I've
you in the
broken
band.
a toe before,
Yeah.
but everyone's broken their little toe pretty much.
I haven't broken anything.
Really?
Yeah.
Never.
A few hearts, Tom. Probably.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's not funny.
Yeah.
Well,
I think
on-
that means he wins, doesn't it?
Yeah, because on the strength of that as well, without him giving up his football career because of his fusing, then maybe there'd be no Temples.
That was his excuse anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, congratulations, you're the
Thank you,
best
I'm
Temple.
The best temple out of these two.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, out of all of them,
Yeah.
because
Because they didn't.
they didn't even show up. So you
Yeah.
came second, whatever, Tom.
Well, that's good. Yeah,
Yeah.
at least that's not last.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly.
Consolation.
So before I let you go, anything you guys want to talk about?
What could we talk about?
No.
No.
No, not for.
No, great. All right. Well, guys, thanks so much for doing this. It's
Thank you.
great to have you on the
Thanks.
show. Big fan of your work. So very exciting for me personally as well. So yeah, thanks so much for doing it, and have a
Thanks,
great gig
pleasure.
tonight. And
Thank you.
congratulations on the album.
Cheers. Thank
Cheers.
you.